Hey Fueled Up friends, welcome back or welcome. My name is Ashley, aka Food for Fuel Dietitian. On my channel, I give you tips and tricks to live your best, healthiest life. In today's video, I am going to be discussing a non-nutrition related topic, but a topic that is so important to our overall health. And especially coming from a holistic approach as I do, it's so important to know about self-discovery, self-love, self-care, and to talk about it. Because the only way to be your best, healthiest self is to know yourself. And so I want to share with you today 8 major changes I made in my life to help me hear my inner voice. I'm going to go in order in terms of how I implemented these into my life. And the first one being yoga. So I started yoga, in 2018 in February. And I remember I just started doing it, and ever since I've done yoga every single day. And I started with a yoga with Adriene video, and I love to do little yoga challenges, 20-day challenges and things like that. So yoga is how my self-care journey began. It really taught me how to set boundaries, healthy boundaries, to put myself first, right? To put my health and my love for myself into my daily routine. And that in turn helps me to care for others better. So the second change I made, or really what I did, was watch The Secret. It's on Netflix, and it's all about manifestation and the law of attraction. And so that mindset change significantly changed my life. That's probably the biggest thing. Of course, yoga too, but that was one individual thing that just changed my life. I watched it once and it changed my life. The third thing is actually less TV and consumption of media. Now, this is something I'm still working on, but TV is something I took out a long time ago on a regular basis. I'll watch a show here and there. This Is Us is the only show I really watch because it really helps me connect with myself more. Whereas I was watching things like, Jersey Shore and kind of trash TV, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and things that would just allow me to consume other people's lives so much to the point that I forgot what was going on inside me and within my life. The fourth thing I did was really remind myself of the creative outlets I like. And that's poetry for me, but for other people, it might be something else. And so I started writing poetry again, and I hadn't in years. And so this was a big change for me. And it allowed me to be so self-expressive and really allowed me to listen to what those feelings were inside of me that I had been pushing off for so long. The fifth thing is journaling. It is definitely work, and it's kind of like homework every day or every other day or whenever you decide to do it, but it's so important because it just keeps you present with yourself, and it allows for you to be heard and to be important, and it gives you a platform for your voice and for how you're feeling, what your thoughts are. I like to write down observations. I like to write down synchronicities within, if I see a repeating number, I like to kind of write stuff like that down. I like to write down, when I'm feeling good, what's going on in my life, so that I can remind myself to do those things, because likely that's what's making me feel good, or what I'm eating and I feel really good from eating this way, or who I'm with, who I'm surrounding myself with, and if that's making a positive or negative impact on me. So the sixth thing I did was to start reading more. Now, I feel like every time I read a book, I say it's my favorite book. And that's because the books I've been reading are all self-help books for the most part. And it helps me to learn about myself. It really helps me to figure out why I do the things I do, why I think the way I think, why I have certain behaviors that I do. A couple of those books I'll share with you are Women Who Love Too Much. I read that last year, and that really helped me. That was transformational for me. And I also read, I'm blanking on the name, but a book about attachment styles. And all the poetry books I read, I can link those in the description as well. There's some good ones that I find really related to me really nicely. Of course, I wrote my own too, and that kind of goes within the realm of my self-expression, my poetry, but also just reading poetry has helped me a lot too. Also, one that I read was a Codependency book. And then one I'm actually currently reading, which is amazing, by Shetty, who I love, is Think Like a Monk. And that one is so life-changing too, and really helps you to dive into yourself and observe your own habits and the way you think and the way you act. And it helps you to kind of think about why you're doing that and look at it in a new light and see what you could do differently. The seventh thing that I incorporated into my life that has been life-changing is daily positive affirmations. I started these during quarantine. I was out of work for 2 months, so I had a lot of introspective time. And during that time, when you turn inward, sometimes you find things about yourself you don't like so much. So during that time, I really tried to focus on finding things I loved about myself. And affirmations really helped because every morning I would listen to them every single morning, and I still do every day in the car, on the way to work, when I have, even 5 minutes. It really makes a difference because we have automatic negative thoughts that just come to our head. But affirmations, practicing them regularly. I love Bob Baker, by the way. He's the one I go to for my affirmations almost every day. But those affirmations help you to create positive thinking habits instead of automatically thinking negatively about a situation, about yourself. You think positively. That's the default thought now instead of thinking negatively. So that's changed my life completely. The eighth thing that I'm incorporating now that I find still challenging and I'm not that good at it is meditating. I try to do this in the morning because I find if I wait till the end of the day, I kind of push it off because I'm not that good at it. And at the end of the day, there's so much going on in my mind. In the morning, you kind of start fresh. That's also when I do my yoga practice as well in the morning, so I can make sure I do it and do something for myself before I start my day. But meditation is definitely something that I find helpful to turn inward and to allow myself some space. And giving myself that space and time has been really necessary because beforehand, I would just stay so super busy and kind of avoid that time for myself that I forgot that I was important and my feelings and my needs were important. So the main theme here to these different 8 things I incorporated into my life is that I had to lower the volume to the outer world so that I could raise my inner voice, so that I could hear myself. And so I could find myself. And I really hope you listen to this and you can apply it to your own life, and that this helps you to discover yourself a little bit more and to better your relationship with yourself. So until next time, remember, fuel yourself, don't fool yourself. Bye guys.